Hi, Mike Long, Vice President of Franchise Development for VetCor Franchising. Today I have the pleasure of speaking with Elizabeth Evans. Elizabeth is the owner-operator of VetCor of the First Coast, located in Jacksonville, Florida. So thanks for joining me today, Elizabeth.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
We'll jump into it. Just want to ask you a few questions for you to speak with us about your experiences with VetCor. You were an early adopter of the VetCor franchise system. You're franchisee number 3. But more importantly, you were the first outside of any area that was previously covered by VetCor company on location. So what type of risk analysis did you do and perform in making your decision to join the VetCor franchise system?
Yeah, it's a great question. There's definitely the core nucleus of VetCor as an entity, was in that Tampa and surrounding markets. But the relationships that Paul, the CEO, had built, Scott and yourself had built with the insurance industry in Florida really gave me the confidence that those relationships would extend beyond the Tampa metro area. And they have. We have a great relationships with carriers that service only Florida and carriers that service into Georgia, which we are able to assist as well. So, when you ask what was the risk analysis that I did, it was, can that relationship be replicated? What is the PIF count or the insurance count for Florida specific carriers in Northeast Florida? And what did VetCor corporates, relationship look with those companies? And it was strong. And so, coming out of the gate and getting through the credentialing process, we were able to take advantage of some of that and build to it as well.
All right, great. So to say the least, your first year in business was challenging. You opened your franchise, COVID-19 hits. On top of that, you're a colonel in the Florida National Guard, and your unit was activated to assist in the COVID-19 response. You were also, on top of that, sent to Virginia to attend the military course. So how are you still able to manage a restoration business, yet still meeting your military commitment?
Well, I think the key is having a strong team. So having the right players in key positions as your project manager, as your general manager, and creating those systems that on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, that you're getting the information that you need to make decisions, but you're also analyzing the direction that the business is going so that you can course correct if need be. For us, everything comes down to communication. That's communication across with adjusters, TPA representatives, homeowners, and then amongst us as a team. And so, I really would not have been able to juggle that first year in business if I didn't have the right people in the right positions within our franchise in Northeast Florida.
Great. So lastly, what piece of advice would you give a prospective VetCor franchisee candidate? And for that matter, anyone that's looking at any brand within the franchising world?
So I would say, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And it is directly proportional to your involvement as a franchise owner, the amount of time and energy that you invest into making those local and regional relationships that will also bolt on to the larger insurance relationships that the corporate entity focuses on. So if I'm looking at myself, 18 months ago, or I'm looking at purchasing another area within the model, I would take some of those lessons learned from my first 18 months and make a few different decisions. But we have seen the business turn. Things are improving. The entity is profitable at this point. And so I know just over time, knowing that there's going to be a consistent need for mitigation, that this is a marathon and not a sprint. So don't get discouraged.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Elizabeth. Appreciate you joining me today. Take care and continue to do great things, not only with your franchise, but also in serving our country. Thanks again.
Thanks, Mike.